Hey guys, it's Taylor MK7 here, back with another Soulframe build video. We're in Preludes 15 now, and I am showcasing that same build I was using in the Standing on Cogah video. I'll link that in the description below. But I am using a small mixture of spirits with mostly grace. The spirit is for my number 2 ability on the Duelo pact. It's gonna increase my highest virtues points for a limited amount of time, which is my grace. This is gonna give me headshot damage that's gonna spike up way more than it normally does. We have the Mestra's chest piece, and since we're using bow and Shortblade, let's show off the Shortblade combat art skill tree. So if you play enough short blades, you'll have points left over. If you haven't maxed out enough of them, just go with whatever you think you're going to use the most. Because there's different perks in here, like this one, perfect throws. Are you going to throw your sword more than you're going to parry and then attack right after? Or are you going to be that one guy that does a perfect dodge and then does an attack right after? There's an audio cue for when you perfect dodge. And we're using the bow. So you can't max out the whole entire skill tree, but this is what it's going to look like. You can use these bottom two if you want, but I don't really parry with the bow very much. I do block, but even then, that's mostly against the mage bosses and Mirrorfweer. So for the short blade, we have the Founder's Pact Blade. That's what I'm going to call it. I don't really know how to pronounce that exactly, but these are the tempers. Right now, these are randomized. You're not going to get the same tempers as me, most likely. It's going to be different. You might actually get better rolls than me. Hopefully they do let us change the tempers in some way when we're at Legendary in the next month or two. We have Heal Preens for the Spirit section. We have Smiting Stag for the Grace section. And we also have Quick Dre. And then for the Courage section, we have Diving Drake. And we also have the Flint Smoke. This one, I like to use it if I think a boss is going to teleport away. Basically, what it does is it does an animation, and I stab them while invisible. It prevents them from teleporting away. And as soon as they are out of that animation, my teammates can then deal damage again. And if they're almost dead, then they could kill them before that person can try to teleport away. So basically, you can keep the boss in their place so they don't go teleporting on top of some building or whatever. Lets you guys finish the fight faster. But all of these totems and runes, they're maxed out right now. And then for the bow, this is really bad rolls. It's a lot of like blocking and parrying. The only decent one is the from above. I do use the fortified. I do block with the bow, just so I don't, take too much damage from magic attacks. But let's get into the runes. It's the same thing. It's the Heal Preens for Spirit, and for Grace it's Smiting Stag, Quick Dre. And then for Courage, we have Diving Drake. It's the exact same layout. But for the bow rune, we have Elka's Breath. This is a really good rune to use with the Duelo pack because the third ability is basically a clone that mimics your attack. So I get to use the same rune twice. And I think I've seen my bow spike up to like 6,000 damage or more with a headshot. And that's in Cogah. The enemies were like level 60, so I wasn't in Cogah for very long. That's like just starting out pretty much. But this is the build that I used to go through and farm for Lampyrite solo. I've been able to get to level 100 Cogah and kill the enemies relatively easily. Not too much of a struggle. I was using Wild Serum before, but Duelo is so much better with the bow. We have the Mestra's Pants, and this gives pretty decent magic protection for Grace Armor. And for the Duelo pact, this is what my combat arts tree looks like. I would recommend copying this. You could put one less point into Mora's Pride and switch it over to Iridis's Favor if you want to max out that number 2 ability. But I wanted the Mora's Pride not so much for the one ability's damage output, but more so just for a bit of extra HP. We have the Paragon Sapped. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. This requires money to obtain. It's $100 for the pack. That's about $105.99 after tax, and if you're in the US. But if you don't want to spend the money to get that, I would not blame you. I did not spend the money for it for a long time. You can get the Triune Talisman. I can link a video down in the description below on how to get this one. But the +3 I feel like is the best. You could maybe use this right here if you wanted. Like, it's not bad. It's a pretty good one to use. If you farm your faction voters a lot, and you don't have the +3 of each virtue, definitely use this one. But other than that, the last thing to really showcase is the helmet. The Arment of Orengal. This is not the same armor set from the Mestra. This is its own thing. But other than that, thank you all for watching, and I will see you later. Peace.